Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything on here, but some of you may know and some of you may not know, I've been posting a lot more on the OutSystems YouTube channel. And for those who don't know my affiliation with OutSystems, so my day job is I'm basically a developer advocate for OutSystems. And what a developer advocate gets to do is essentially take developer feedback for our products, relay it back to engineering teams to help make the product better. I also have an opportunity to create really cool like proofs of concept, technical tutorials to show developers not only how to use the tools and services that OutSystems creates, but also how to integrate with other tools and services to make their projects more interesting or to be able to do like more expanded things for the companies that they work for. Another really cool aspect about the job and what kind of brings me to this video is that I actually have an opportunity to go meet the developer community from time to time. And in this case, I get to go to the Global One conference in Amsterdam. In fact, my flight is tomorrow morning, and I'm going to try to document the entire process to show you guys just everything that's going on at the conference. And of course, provide a voiceover for the times that I can't film, because there's going to be some times behind the scenes where people just don't want to be filmed. But I'm going to try to show you the process as I travel there and what I get to do. In this case, not only do I get to meet the developer community, but I also get to help interview the developer community on a 2-day long live stream. So I'm going to show you guys bits and pieces of that, and I'm really excited to show you. So come on, let's go to Amsterdam.
It's early Saturday morning, but my bags are packed and we're ready to go. I got a long travel day ahead of me. Let's go ahead and get to Amsterdam.
Some point I started realizing there's no use to sit or theorizing. Oh, call me crazy, tie me down if I'm wrong. Oh, we both know it's time for us to get our move on. I'm gonna run, steal your car and leave the city so on. Watch me, I'm the new lady. I don't need no astrology. The stars are shining to me, one. Go ahead and catch me if you can. Got caught up, lost and found, had a blast. There's no point to start moralizing. Just listen carefully to what I'm saying. Oh, call me crazy, tie me down if I'm wrong.
Made it to my hotel room. So I kind of did a weird cut from the airport to now, and the reason for that is because I literally got to the hotel and it was basically like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that, like Amsterdam time, and found out that my room was ready. And after pretty much 14 hours of traveling, I was pretty much ready to just crash out. So I ended up taking a nap, which I don't normally do. And I mean, I travel to Europe quite a bit, and most of the time I end up just staying awake through the whole thing and just try to rally for the first day that I'm here. And for whatever reason, I just couldn't do it and decided to take a nap. Probably gonna catch up to me later, but the thing is that I'm also going to be doing recording today. So we have to do our recording for the intro, for the live stream that I'm going to be co-hosting with my awesome co-host, Eliza. And basically, I felt like I needed to be refreshed. So nap it was, and that's just how it goes. And also, like you can tell, I'm ready to do this. We'll do a fit check so you guys can see exactly what I'm going to be wearing for the first day of the live stream. Yeah, so today's been quite an adventure, honestly. So I literally got to the airport this morning and found out that my flight because originally I was supposed to be going to Minneapolis, and that did not happen. I showed up to the airport, and between the time I checked my flight from when I left home to when I got to the airport, found out I was completely going to miss my connection to Amsterdam. And so I ended up getting rerouted through Seattle, which means, I'm in Arizona, so I had to go backwards to then go forward. So it pretty much added an extra couple of hours to my travel day, which was not ideal. But you know what? Sometimes it happens. That's just how international travel is. It's happened to me several times over the last year or so, where have to do some weird routes or take like 5 or 6 flights to get to where I need to go. So anyways, I'm basically going to be going to the conference center to be filming the intro video for the live stream for the OutSystems ONE Conference 2026. And I'm going to be taking you guys through the whole journey, hopefully, and you'll be able to see some of the behind the scenes. Before we head to the venue, I wanted to do a quick fit check so you guys can see exactly what I'm wearing. And mind you, I'm supposed to look like a sports announcer, so hopefully I accomplished that with my look, but let me show you. Okay, so this is what I'm wearing. I got a purple kind of blazer sport coat thing. I'm gonna be wearing a black shirt, but I'll probably be wearing a different one. This one has my company's mascot on it. His name's Neo. And then of course I got some white Vans because I just thought that would look pretty cool. And then of course I've changed my band from a sports band on my Apple Watch to something a little bit more classy sports announcer look. But hopefully this looks good. We'll see if it does. If it doesn't, then it is what it is. But let's go ahead and we'll head over to the venue and we'll start recording. It was at this point that I ended up walking to RAI, which is where we were holding the OutSystems ONE 2026 conference. And of course, I was able to walk through the showroom. As you can see, there's a lot of construction and they were working very hard to get it done in time, as this was less than 24 hours before the conference was supposed to actually take place. But once I was done walking through, we ended up going onto the stage and taking a look at where we would be doing our recordings, and essentially ran through the entire script and made sure that everything sounded and looked good and that our questions made sense. And then ended up taking a little bit of a break after that and went out to a late lunch. I went to this really cool restaurant that was just right across the street at the NHOW, and it was just very kind of eclectic. So I thought I would just record it, and it looked pretty cool. Okay, so I'm sure I, in my edit, showed off all of the different cuts of the venue. Obviously, lots of stuff still under construction. And as you can tell, it is nighttime. So I don't know how my lighting looks here, but it might be a little rough. It is currently 12:15 in the morning, and I am just getting back to my hotel room after a working dinner, which was went long, but you know, it's Europe. That's just how it goes sometimes. But we pretty much throughout the entire day went through, we did a script run through, we went to our booth, actually did a run through like at our booth, like doing kind of what's it called? I can't even think. It's so late right now, and I'm usually not up this late. But basically like doing role play interviews to make sure everything was sounding good, that the crew had us mic'd up correctly, and of course that all of our guests would be happy with the questions that we were asking and making sure just everything sounded consistent. So that's one thing I will say about being a developer advocate. I totally love my job, and a lot of the times it's, you know, you kind of work when you need to work, get your projects done, but every once in a while we have events like this where it's, you know, you're staying up late, you're doing a conference, you're doing the grind, trying to just get things in a good spot. And of course it's going to be like, we did wonderful today. It was a great experience. So I have no worries about tomorrow, but you know, it's one of those things. Sometimes you just have late nights and you got to work through it, but I totally loved it. But for now, I got to get some rest because tomorrow is going to be crazy. And I'm probably going to have one of the craziest interviews of my career that I am just so excited to be a part of. I'm going to keep it a secret for now, for later in the video. But, you know, it's going to be a really cool interview. And I hope if you're watching this, you know, on my personal YouTube channel, that you're actually like checking out the OutSystems YouTube channel where I go through and do the interviews. But I'll try to show off some more. And, you know, of course, I'm going to record the process and show it off and hopefully be able to talk a little bit more than what I have been. Because right now, a lot of the run-throughs that we've been trying to do and all the role-playing and the war room sessions that I've been a part of today, I can't record those, you know, because obviously they're internal company stuff. They're really not made to be recorded, and I don't think my coworkers would appreciate being recorded. But I hope, you know, you guys will see the culmination of what the final product looks like, and that the people who are watching this are really going to enjoy it, really enjoy who we're interviewing, really enjoying the topics that we're talking about. We're talking about some really, really cool stuff that our developer community loves, and I hope you as developers, even if maybe you don't use the tools or the platforms that like OutSystems offers, can appreciate like what we're trying to do and like what I try to do with developers from an information standpoint. I love being able to connect with people and being able to share that passion and get to do it in such a cool way that most people don't get to do, right? Like I don't know any other company that would like let me travel to the other side of the world to share my passion, with developers in this type of setting. Like I'm in Amsterdam and I get to talk about tech with really cool people. And the interview that I'm doing tomorrow is just like, it's going to blow my mind. Hopefully you guys are just shell shocked when you see it, but it's something that I can't even believe that I get the opportunity to do, that I get to fly to the Netherlands and interview some of these crazy cool people. So anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. I've lost my mind. It's 12:20 at this point, and I still have more work that I have to do, but I'm going to try to at least get a little bit of rest before I have to be on, like, at the site on call at, luckily it's 9 a.m., so it's not, too crazy. I'll be able to get quite a decent amount of sleep, but that all depends on me getting my work done. You don't need to watch that, but I'll see you guys tomorrow.
There we go.
Cool. Then it was time to start the conference.
Live from Amsterdam, welcome to ONE 2026. I'm Logan.
And I'm Eliza, and we are coming to you from a packed house.
It was at this point that we ended up actually interviewing guests and doing the live stream. And you can see here that we had a lot of different leaders from within the company, and we were going back and forth on the floor with our on-floor correspondent, Lauren, who was absolutely incredible. But then, later in the day, the coolest thing happened.
I am so excited for our next guest, representing one of the biggest entertainment brands in the world with over 23 animated movies, 2 mainline animated series, and over 190 countries and regions in 30 languages. 2025, Europe's top gaining toy property of the year, and over 489 million brand-related software units sold worldwide. I am joined here in the studio by Pat, Business Systems Analyst at the Pokémon Company International, and Mike Jones, General Manager for Valantic LCS in Americas, the partner working with Pokémon. Pat, Mike, it's great to have you guys here with me today.
That's right. I got to interview the Pokémon Company, specifically Pat from the Pokémon Company, and we got to talk about all things tech, which was absolutely incredible. Just hearing about like what they were working on and how they were using our technology to connect with players. It was just absolutely incredible. And then, of course, I couldn't just leave it at that. I had to ask Pat the really difficult question.
So let's transition into the really difficult questions. Who is your favorite Pokemon and why? The last question here, and this one's for Pat. What inspires you most about working for the Pokémon Company? Is there any...
Okay, so something really cool happened. I've been keeping this under wraps for a while. It's taken many weeks of work and a lot of organization with a lot of people involved. I didn't know if it was going to happen, and so I wanted to wait to release this. But this is one of the reasons why I'm in the Netherlands, is that we're running a live stream for the OutSystems YouTube channel and LinkedIn, and like obviously for people who register for the event. And I had the opportunity to interview like one of the coolest companies I think ever. I just finished interviewing the Pokémon Company and Pat from the Pokémon Company, being able to talk tech with Pat about all the things that they're working on. And it is so cool. And I just can't believe that I got the opportunity to do that, and that it's on camera, and that it was broadcasted to like thousands of people, which is absolutely crazy. And then, of course, I ended up getting a really special gift from Pat at the Pokémon Company, and from Pokémon Company we're doing the interview, and I want to show you guys what it is. Here we go. This is what I got from the interview for the Pokemon Company. It's a little Pikachu. It's a little interviewer Pikachu. I guess he's technically intern Pikachu, but he looked like an interviewer, so they let me keep him, and they gave it to me as a gift for doing the interview. So that was pretty cool. But I can't believe that this actually happened and that this was an opportunity I got to do. I'm so lucky, and I'm just shell-shocked right now. I'll get back to you guys later. It was at this point, after a hard day working, that we went to the Neo Party, which was held at the Heineken Experience. And they basically hosted us, and we just hung out and talked, and I'll show you some of the footage.
Siren scream on the baseline bites, which was the norm in the dead of night. Leather studs and a wired up soul, plugging to the chaos, lose control. No split crew in the subway static, roaring loud, yeah, fully automatic. Trash the script, we rewrite the show, from punk rock blood to punk electro. Turn it up, on, hit the floor, on, light the fuse, on, start the war, on, turn it up, on, hit the floor, on, light the fuse, start the war.
So we did end up staying out late, but we still had day 2, which was our Decoded Live segment. And again, we did a lot of interviews, but this time we actually got to interview a lot of people from the developer community and talk about all the different cool projects that they were working on. I really like this project where we're using AI to do pattern detection and response, and just, you know, being able to talk to different developers about their projects and learn just kind of about what they were up to. Of course, I got to interview one of my favorite people, who's Snay. She's on my team, and she does a lot with nonprofits, working at OutSystems. And of course, if you know, I started my career in the nonprofit sector, so it was really fun to talk to her. But once that was done, that was a long day. The last day that I had in Amsterdam, I was actually able to finally just kind of go and explore the city. So in this case, ended up going on a boat tour. I was able to take some video and obviously take tons and tons of pictures, which I just haven't gotten through yet. So unfortunately, I have a lot of just kind of random footage that I got, stock footage. But, you know, I basically saw these sites. So hopefully I'll be able to actually add more pictures once I go through and edit it. But I really loved being able to explore the city and get to know the people and go out to different restaurants and just kind of be able, you know, to take it all in. The Netherlands is a beautiful country and Amsterdam is a beautiful city. And I definitely can't wait until the next time I get to go travel there and get to be with the people there again.
And there we go. That was my trip to Amsterdam. I am definitely jet lagged and trying to recover, but I had so much fun while I was there, being able to meet with not only the developers, but my coworkers and colleagues from like across the organization at OutSystems. I hope to do this a little bit more frequently, because what a lot of people understand about tech is that it's not just about the coding and the creation of it. There's a very huge human component to it as well, where you meet with engineers and software developers and you meet with leadership. And I have opportunities where I get to meet people from all over the world and get to travel to meet them there. And I want to be able to show you that human side of the tech industry, just so you can get a behind the scenes look of what, you know, I guess what's out there, what it's like working in tech. But if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and then also be sure to be on the lookout for my next DevRel Diary video, where I show you a little bit more behind the scenes. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.